Hello and welcome to Unspooled. Today, reviewing another movie from 2018, another Netflix production, Mute, directed by Duncan Jones, starring Paul Rudd and one of the Skarsgårds. Here, I forget which off the top of my head, but one of the Skarsgårds. I liked this movie. I thought it was very good, quite enjoyed it. I know a lot of people, a lot of other critics have trashed this, have not liked this movie at all. I am not one of those. I quite enjoyed this. I found this to be a very interesting and very slow burn, very thoughtful sci-fi film, much in the vein of Blade Runner, which this does borrow the very, 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 very basic framing idea from both Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049, being mostly a film noir set in some sort of sci-fi future. This one sets itself apart from those by, instead of being a tale about whether it be lost love or lost children or anything like that, that this one is mostly about conflict, about religious conflict, honestly, is where this film kind of settles itself in at. Because you have the main character, Leo, who is a Amish man living in a high-tech futuristic society where he does not have a television, does not have any kind of cellular device, nothing like that. And he is mute as well. And the reason for that being that when he was a child, this is explained in the first 2 minutes of the movie, so not spoiling much of anything here. That when he was a child, he was, his throat got cut by, I think a boat or a shark attack. I forget which off the top of my head right now. I think it was a boat propeller thing. Cut his voice box, and his mother was super strictly Amish, and so was unwilling to allow her son to have this surgery to repair and replace his voice box with a mechanical one. So therefore he is mute and cannot talk whatsoever, of course. So this movie, at least to me, differentiates itself enough from Blade Runner, from Dark City, from other film noir and sci-fi setting movies to make this a truly unique and wonderful film. After we get the introduction of here is Leo and here's why he's mute here, so you don't get completely thrown off in 5 minutes of why does this dude not talk. After we get through that, the plot starts off very, very simple, pretty simple, standard plot of a man's girlfriend is kidnapped or vanishes one way or another. We don't know which at the time. And he has to track her down, figure out where she is, where she's gone, why is she left. Has she been kidnapped? Did she just leave me and she didn't want to tell me that she didn't want to be with me anymore? What's going on here, right? But after that, it turns into a much more complex and interesting weave of a narrative here. Very, very wonderfully done. We also get a very interesting, and also to this point in time, which I watched this about a week ago now, when I'm doing this review, a very extended and, to me, still mystifying, that I don't really quite get the point, message about parenting, about what it truly means to parent a child, and whether or not biologically producing that child is important to you parenting the child. That's kind of a part of the movie. That's near the end, but we get into that kind of stuff at the end and in the middle too a bit with Leo. Paul Rudd is in here. He's great. He's wonderful. He's Paul Rudd. Of course, he's great and wonderful, right? So we also get an interesting look at technology. At admittedly, nothing. Nothing unusual in terms of sci-fi tech. Nothing unusual on that front. This film is truly a very well-written, well-done story with a thoughtful, intelligent story and a very stunning, emotional climax and a very, very beautiful, stunning visuals here, as well as terrific performances from all of the cast members. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I do recommend it highly. I settled at an 82% on this movie. So that is going to do it for this episode of Unspooled. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more great content like this. And until the next episode, goodbye.